Hello, this is Fred from MetalOps, metalops.com in France, and MetalOps on YouTube channel, MetalOps TV. I'm happy, very happy to interview Year of the Cobra. I don't know what is the year in the Chinese calendar in 2025, but I have a lot of questions about the origin of the band, etc. Because I like very much your new album. It's a eponymous album, Year of the Cobra. It's gonna release in February. So first, could you introduce yourself, please, one by one? What do you do in the band? Because if I'm right, you live together, so there is a love story. If I'm totally right, so could you introduce yourself? What do you do? You are two in the band, but what do you do? What's your name, please?
Sure. I'm Amy Barrysmith. I sing, I play bass, and when we record, I'll play keyboards.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
My name's John. I play drums.
Okay. Only, yeah. And then there's no guitar in the band.
No.
No, never on the album. Some second lines of guitars on stage with samples of guitars, or no? Yeah.
Never. No. When we play live, we don't fly in any tracks. And then when we record, we don't record with any guitars. I mean, yeah, guitars, just bass guitar.
Okay. Is it true, Amy, that you also played in with Belgium band live, Amenra?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I did. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But in the past, not no. You are not live session member officially. You are not live session member for them in America when they tour in America.
I played with them, yeah, in the U.S.
When they play in US, it's you're the bass player.
That's, I mean, we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens in the future. Yeah.
Okay, I've seen them in Europe, in France 2 years ago, but okay. So just the origin of the I tell that Year of the Cobra. Why? What is the origin of the name Year of the Cobra? Maybe maybe in the past when you met you yourself. I don't know, but if I'm right, the band was started in 2015, and I check it. It was the year of the. It was not. It was the year of the goat, if I'm right, in the Chinese calendar. So I tried to find what the origin of the year of the cobra, year of the serpent. Machine Head did it make an EP about that. Why? I have the tiger. Yeah, the tiger. Tell me all what the origin of the name. Simply.
You know, I wish we had a cooler story. We started the band, we started writing songs, and we booked our first show. And we had a list of band names, you know, a mile long. Half of them were taken. Most of them weren't very good. And it came down to making a flyer, and we had to pick a name. Year of the Cobra was top of the list. And here we go.
And when? So in 2015, when you started the band in Seattle?
Yeah. Yes, yeah. In January of 2015.
January 2015. Okay. Alors, is it true? Also, you know the questions, true, false, true, false. No. Is it true that you come from Olympia in the large suburb of Seattle, like Hall and Courtney Love?
No, we're in West Seattle. Olympia is about an hour and a half south.
Okay. So what's the town exactly? Because Seattle is big and the suburb is very big in Washington.
Yeah,
we're Seattle proper.
We're Seattle. We're yeah.
Seattle. Alors, so other classical question: did you grow up like me? But me, I'm French. But did you grow up with the Melvins, Soundgarden, Nirvana, Madonna, etc.? I'll say all bands like that of rock of Seattle.
Yeah, absolutely. Melvin's had a huge early influence on me. I grew up, punk rock and hardcore kid, and slowly got into Black Sabbath, and Melvin's kind of made all that.
And Jack Endino sound, maybe a bit. Jack Endino sound, who produced the first. Yeah, you like Jack Endino?
Yes, yeah. He produced and engineered our last album, Ash and Dust, our second.
Yeah. And the new one, who produced the Year of the Cobra album?
This one was done by Matt Bayless.
I don't know. Okay. And you, Amy, you grew up also with a band like that, so from rock, grunge, etc. and Seattle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I grew up, listening to a lot of punk rock, and grunge, made its way in, of course.
Yeah.
So
punk, grunge. Some bands were more punk, like Nirvana, punk songs, but punk feeling, punk attitude. Okay. So, just after we're going to speak also, of course, of the news, but the story of the band. Is it true that you met yourself in 2007 during with your background you have in the background you have all other bands and that's like you met yourself and you felt in love and you founded the band. It's a love story behind that before 2 years of the Cobra and after
Yeah.
we don't speak all
Yeah,
of that.
yeah, we met in 2007 on Halloween on October 31st.
Yeah.
Both of our bands were playing a show in Hollywood at a club called the King. Is it still there?
Okay.
I think so. It was on Hollywood Boulevard. But
Yeah.
yeah, we met in the parking lot when we both pulled in and we said, "Oh, hi." And then we went inside the venue and set up and got in our costumes and I couldn't find him the rest of the night. I didn't recognize him.
Okay.
We
Okay.
didn't
And
really
Johannes,
start
Johannes,
talking.
you play drums at this time with another band and
But yeah, he was playing drums in another band. I was playing bass in another band. So we had never played together before.
okay. Okay. And so when you are duet like that in the city, in your house, and in the music, in your professional life, artistic life, it's a bit limited because no guitar player, no keyboard player, but you create something a lot of duets, but it's rare, and do you have to overcome you overcome your instrument, your performance live and on the album because only two it could be limited and artistically it could be limited, but you have to make more maybe but only two.
Yeah, that was the biggest challenge when we started the band is,
Yeah.
we didn't, yes, we were a two-piece, but we wanted to sound bigger and fuller and not like a two-piece. So, I
Okay.
mean, you're still incorporating different pedals and trying out different amps to this day.
Yeah, there's always ideas
Yeah.
in mind of how to make it better or bigger. But it is limiting, like they're only, we can never have a raging guitar solo. That's kind of sad, that does make me
Okay.
a little bit sad. But sometimes it's fun to work within these kind of limitations, just to it kind of forces you to become more creative.
Totally.
Yeah. For example, we can see the first single of the album, Wardrop. I think maybe it was shot in a beach in Oregon or Washington. Washington, no,
Oregon. Yeah.
Oregon. Okay. Good light, very nice video of this song. Good song, very catchy, this song. And Wardrop, I'm going to speak more. But for example, on drums, I never saw you live, but I hope to see you live in France. But have you already played in France live?
We have played. We played in Lille. We played in Paris.
Yeah, we played Paris.
We played
couple
Paris
times.
twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
At Lille several times.
And festival, summer festival.
Marseille. Did we play Marseille too?
I don't know.
Marseille in the south. Okay. And
We played in Paris. That was with Monolord and with
Monologue. Yeah. Okay.
festival. It wasn't a festival. It was a
And the
big,
festival,
big-
you played? Yeah.
right.
Okay. When you can see the video, I'm going to put the link on the description at the end of the interview on YouTube. You, for example, Johannes, on drums, you have to play. You have a play. You have to overcome to make the show. And I think live, and you, Amy, you sing, you walk, you play on Rickenbacker bass, if I'm right. So there is something happen.
Yeah. We try to put on a show. I
Yeah.
mean,
And going back to not sounding limiting, like the drums have to be big and sound full, right? Because there's a lot of space, and if it's not, and trying to complement what Amy's playing, and it's putting on a show, but it's also just how we naturally play.
play.
Yeah,
Right.
you don't. It's very natural. Yeah, and sincere. Okay. So many questions, but okay. Let's speak more about the single and after on the album Year of the Cobra, but the single Wardrop. What inspired you for this song? Is it about war in the world in general? Wardrop. Why? Can you tell me more about Wardrop? the lyrics? Is it you who write the lyric? Who wrote the lyrics?
Yeah, I write the majority of the lyrics. There is kind of a theme, to our songs. I generally we write the music first, and whatever the song feels like is the direction that the lyrics go in.
Okay.
So I wait to see what the song is going to become, and then go in that kind of sort of direction with it.
Okay.
So it wasn't like a conscious decision to write a song about war, although I have several songs about wars. But there's just a lot of stuff going on in the world right now
Okay.
as well. So, I don't know, it all seems to kind of just fit together.
Okay. And are you more political question, but are you a bit you two both? Are you a bit worried about what could happen with the new president in America? It depends of his decision and his project in his mind. A bit worried about that the future because in Europe we are a bit worried because of Ukraine, Russia, etc. And a lot of things will happen. And after we close the about question about topic like that. But what's your feeling? Wardrobe, it could be inspired
Yeah,
that.
it's pretty terrifying,
Yeah.
honestly. I'm really sad that we're at this point again. I thought the first time was enough for people to realize that we don't ever need to revisit this situation again. So I'm kind of disappointed in just our country and the state of the country and the
Yeah,
people
yeah,
that live here. I was really, really depressed on the
yeah,
day of the election and the day after the election because I didn't think that it was going to go in this direction. I had a little bit more hope.
yeah.
Or I guess I felt like people were smarter than that. And so, I don't think that the song War Drop or any of the songs that are on this album are specifically about that, but it definitely is in my mind when I'm writing music currently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like the feelings that I have about everything that
Yeah,
went down with this whole
yeah,
presidential election.
yeah. But the topics in general of the album are they very personal because I think about the song Demonium or at the end of the album Prayer, very more slow. We say in French slow, sad ballad.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think that this album is probably more personal than any of the other albums. I
Ah,
would say for all of the other albums, I really try to stay away from my personal feelings and went with stories that I liked or just, I don't know, but really more stories. I really like kind of recounting stories and feelings that way. I do think that this album, some of them were certainly more personal than anything I've ever written before.
and so, Jonas, how about the music in general, Jonas or Amy, but how do you start? How you say you start from about the music, but how do you work? You go to the garage and you play it together. You jam on the kitchen. I don't know. How do you work about music? It's Amy who may be so no guitar. You don't play on guitar. So guitar bass. You play on bass and after you propose a melody, or it's a rhythm. Bring by Jonas first rhythmics, and after you jam together at home.
Yeah, a little of both. We definitely write separately. I actually write on a guitar, and
Ah,
ideas
okay,
I think work. I'll show Amy, and she'll do her thing to it to make it fit the band.
okay.
Sometimes, yeah, we just hop in the room and jam and see if something comes out. But
Yeah.
usually, it's a lot of demo ideas and sharing back and forth and
We just send
seeing.
ideas back and forth and
Yeah,
see which ones kind of stick. And then whichever ones we like when he writes on a guitar, I definitely have to change it because sometimes it just certain things just don't work on bass. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
like because it's so low, you can't have too many notes. You can't
yeah,
have them move too quickly. You know what I mean? And then just the way that I change it, I'll have to maybe change the key or just,
yeah,
sometimes rhythms a little bit. But yeah, I'll write a riff and send it to him. He'll write a riff, send it to me, and then we'll just go and kind of jam it.
okay. What is your guitar tuning on bass? It's normal tuning, classic tuning, or
Oh no,
no?
I'm in D standard.
Ah, yeah, ah, yeah,
Yeah, I try not to go. too low again because it's only bass, so it just becomes too low. Like it becomes too muddled if the tone is too low. So I need to
Yeah.
stay some way. But I do play with a lot of different tunings because it's only four strings. I want it to sound. I want to play in different keys, and
Yeah.
I like to have some open strings that are available. So I'll play in drop C, and sometimes I'll, I
Okay.
mean,
And you play with your fingers or pick pick?
it depends on the song.
It depends.
Uh, I
Okay.
used to always only play with my fingers until John said that I needed to play with a pick.
Ah,
So then I
yeah.
started playing with a pick, and it does really kind of, it's a little bit crunchier and it just really kind of stands out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Um, but it depends on the song,
Yeah, if you
Most of
want
the time I play
to attack more, you play with a pick, maybe
exactly.
more groove on the bass. What are your favorite bass player? Maybe Lemmy Kilmister. I see Motorhead. What who played in the Rickenbacker? What are your
Oh,
favorite?
I don't have any that I really follow, honestly. There aren't any, you know.
The Frank
There
Kagan
aren't
did.
there are no bass players that I really, that have inspired me in any sort of, way, really. I don't know,
Melissa,
it's terrible.
Melissa of Dermore, for example. You know Melissa of Dermore? Melissa of Dermore, Canadian girl who played in Hall. And Smashing Pumpkins, Melissa of
Oh
Dermore.
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
I can we can sometimes can make a comparison on bass on the melody. The melodies are very important, and
Oh yeah.
maybe. And she loves Black Sabbath. She has her own project, Hand of Doom.
Yeah,
But
I
no,
mean I love Black Sabbath. I like Led Zeppelin. All those bass lines are pretty rad. You
no
know.
girl, no girl, no you.
I don't it doesn't really, I mean,
L7.
it doesn't matter to me if it's a boy or a girl. You know what I mean? It's just whatever the
Okay,
baseline is, really.
yeah.
Um, but there are a lot of very amazing female bass players out there that are,
Yeah.
pretty phenomenal. So I mean, Michelle Nigdocello, I really like her. She's a female bass player, and she's, she doesn't play heavy music at all. She plays, I don't even know what kind of music would you.
Who you say?
Her name is Michelle Nigdocello.
No, I
But
don't.
she's just, a female bass player that's
Okay,
phenomenal.
yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There is another song I like very, very much. 7 years.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, Very awesome. So, what does it deal with the lyrics? You understand the lyrics?
Yes, yeah, the lyrics.
The topic? What the story is? 7 years. I tried to find, but I.
Yeah, this
I
song is really funny. It's because we wrote the song a long time ago,
oh,
and I had completely different lyrics. It was actually originally called The Chase.
That's right.
And then we
okay.
toured and we played it. And after the second show of us playing that song, I went to John and I said, I can't play this song anymore. I don't like it. I think it sounds terrible. I hate it. It's really embarrassing to play. I don't feel it at all. We need to change something. And so we stopped playing it, and I sat on it for a really long time because I'm like, I can't get the old melody out of my head. I want to change the way like it took months, I think, where we didn't play it for a really, really long
Yeah, a long
time.
time.
And then
Okay.
finally, I came up with a new melody, and I said, "Oh, I think I like this melody." And the 7 years actually is like there's a Bible verse. I don't even know which one it is, but they just talk about 7 years of like blight and famine, and um,
Ah.
and I thought that was really interesting. Just it was like one verse, like one. I don't even know what do they call it in Bibles because I don't ever. Yeah,
Seven plagues of Babylon.
yeah, like a plague. Yeah, but it was 7 years. And I thought, oh, that's really interesting. That's what I want to, I'm gonna write this song about that. And that it was just that one sentence that I read from a Bible passage that I thought, oh, that's where it's gonna be 7 years of, blight and sin and this plague and.
Okay, it's not the time you made to compose and write the song. 7 years.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
basically, right.
It took a long time.
It took a,
it
it
takes no
was
time.
really
Okay, okay, okay. I like very much. It will be it be possible to get officially the tabs on bass or adapted to guitar on your Facebook? I
oh,
don't know.
interesting.
Is it? Do you have some requests? Because personally, I want to learn this song on guitar, not on bass because I don't play
Right.
bass. But will it be possible? Maybe it's when you have the ears, it's easy. But when you don't have the ears and you are a beginner like me, you don't have requests. It could be a good idea for people who want to play bass and to learn on guitar with an octaver. On octaver, I think.
Yeah.
Have it all out.
Yeah, we could definitely. I could definitely put it on guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
On C, on guitar tuning C or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
Or B.
Or B. I think B standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, or C. I mean, either one. Yeah.
On guitar, I have an octaver, a Digitech, and you can put a very, very, very low and to make play bass. In fact. Okay. And Johannes, you don't speak a lot, but on drums, what is your drummer, your favorite drummer? I don't know, the Who. What is your inspiration on drums? Voivod, I don't know. Yeah, an artist you like very much.
I mean, going back to the Melvins, Dale Crover is definitely influence. Cody from High on Fire and he's a shredder. And then going back to the classics, Bill Ward from Sabbath, incredible drummer, and still to this day, I don't think anyone has matched his feel. So yeah, I think those are the big three for me.
And you play with a trigger or no? It's very organic, no trigger, pure sound.
No trigger. All live.
Okay. Have you already met Dale Crover? Personally, I interviewed him for the Melvins in the past, or for his project with Mike Patton. I don't remember the name. Fantomas, a lot of projects. But do you know Dale Crover personally?
We don't know him. We've played with the Melvins twice.
Okay.
And my old band played with Altamont, which he plays guitar and sings for.
Yeah.
That was a long, long time ago, but very, very nice and very humble dude for sure.
Okay. Have you do you know the live at Trombo? It's on YouTube, and it's a man who invites some bands like Power Trip, the Melvins, at home, in his home, and they play. It's filmed in white and black, and they play in the room, and it's very awesome. You can check it. I don't know personally, but Melvins made that. Could you make that if you are invited?
Sure. To play, that would be so fun.
That'd be amazing.
It's very rock and roll, a Power Trip with a dead singer, and the Melvins played. It's awesome. Okay.
That'd be amazing.
Okay. What did you want to? Do you think it's this album? This album you reached a step higher in the maturity of the composition, the variety, but not too various. It's there is something that's atmospheric, doomy, groovy, rock, and I think you made an album very very strong.
Thank you.
And melodic, the vocals, especially Amy.
Yeah. We've been saying, we finally wrote and recorded the album we've been trying to do. As far as songwriting, and like you said, Amy's vocals on this record are just phenomenal.
And backing vocals also,
and working with Matt Bayless, he was amazing. We finally found our producer.
He helped you.
Yeah, he really added a lot. He really pushed us in a good way. We're very, very happy with this record.
Yeah, we did a lot of pre-production, and we did a lot of work. I mean, it takes a long time to get out, but we spent a lot of time, and it was something that we had decided that we weren't going to rush. We weren't going to, try to get something out faster just because we need to. We're going to actually take our time and do all of the right work and
And you learned from the past, from your two previous albums. Sometimes people say, for example, friends of me say, it's good, but sometimes it's too rock, too poppy, and we don't understand what they want. There are a lot of other bands who are very, very more crossover, but Nonoya, for example, I interviewed them, Nonoya, very crazy. But I think this new album is more globally homogeneous. You understand?
Yes.
But each song are very, it's hypnotic. I have them in my mind every day.
That's awesome. Thank you.
And so it's a good thing,
Yes. Yeah. It is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we worked pretty hard
Yeah, yeah. I think
to
we
do
can.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a conscious decision.
100%. And going back to Amy's point,
Yeah,
there's 5 year gap between our last record. The
yeah,
pandemic was in the middle of
yeah,
that,
yeah.
where, we could have easily rushed and gotten a record out,
Well,
but
yeah.
we sat on the songs and we really just
Yeah.
put our heart and soul into
Right.
it and
Yeah.
didn't,
I mean, Prayer was written in 2020.
yeah,
That song was
Yes.
completely done and written in 20. I have, the
yeah.
demo was completely finished
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
in
Okay.
2020.
Prayer, I like it very much. Yeah, the last song. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a very personal song. Is it a religious song?
It's, I mean, not necessarily. I mean, it's interesting because neither one of us are particularly religious. I did grow up Catholic. I think you grew up Catholic.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
no, but I mean, I think it was just, I don't even know. Like, I don't know. It was just it's not Mother Mary. I think it's really just more like my mother, but just any mother, you know what I mean? Of just like the love and the need and just the want to feel solace and accepted and loved and
Ah,
taken in by somebody like a mother like figure, you know what I mean, for just being who you are and unapologetically who you are, like
yeah.
to not feel like you have to change but just to have somebody really love you for who you are,
Okay.
or wanting that love essentially.
No, no wink here. No wink or relation in your relation with Madonna, like a prayer.
No.
Okay. 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 Hello, Madonna. Okay. Just a question before to go. Two question. Two quick questions. Very quick question. Slower. What is about your project Slower? You have a side project with the singer from Kilesa. I'm very sad. I know I don't. I expect a lot of things of Kilesa since many times. I'm always fan of Kilesa. So and you sing with Laura present in Slower. And at first, you wanted to, in this side project, you wanted to slow the songs of Hunting the Chapel EP of Slayer, and it was not totally possible. So you create your own song, your own project about that, Slower. You have a news
Yes.
about that, Slower, an EP?
We are working on a third album right now, so we're in the process of it.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, there was an EP, Reg and Rune. If no, an album, an
Yeah,
album,
so
Reg
we
and Rune.
released two
Yeah.
two last two last year, one in January and one in November.
Okay.
Yeah, because the idea for the second one was to do covers of, I think it's the first EP,
Yeah.
and we did two songs. Then the third song, like Bob recorded all of the riffs and stuff, and he gave it to me to sing, and I sang over it. And I said, "It sounds terrible. It sounds so bad." And I said, "You can listen to it and you tell me what you think." And he said, "I laughed so hard." He's like,
Okay.
"You can't." I'm like, "Okay, we're not going to do this. Let's just write our own music." And that's where it
Okay.
had
Yeah.
that change.
Okay, so check out also. We are going to check out about also Slower, and there is Scott Reader in this project. Scott Reader,
Scott
Scott
Reader.
Oh,
Reader.
Scott
There is
Reader,
no.
yeah. So
Uh,
Scott Reader he played bass on the first album only,
yeah,
but the next one will just be, it's just me, Bob, and Sven.
yeah. Okay, okay. So now, when can we hope to see you live? Year of the Cobra in France and in Europe this year. Summer
We,
festivals or your European tour.
Yeah, we've got some dates at the end of March. We'll be in Europe, and then
no, 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 end of April.
into April. Sorry.
April. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing U.S. in March, and then Europe in April, and then we'll should
Hopefully
be
be back in October.
yeah.
And no summer festival in France, in Europe.
So
Summer.
far,
Not
Or
yet.
or next
Uh,
year, the year
there's
after.
some things pending. We can't really
Okay.
confirm that, but definitely have a few.
I think now in my mind, I think I saw you live many years ago at festival at Motoculture Festival or Hellfest, something like that. I think, but a long time ago. It's possible or not in France?
Which festival?
Motoculture or Hellfest?
oh hell no,
Instead,
No, we
I
didn't
don't
play
think we play
no,
Hellfest.
that.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, there are a lot of bands with Cobra, but it makes a long time, 10 years ago, something like that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to let you. I thank you very much, and I wish you good luck for this new third album, Year of the Cobra. Awesome album.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I
And I
really
put the tabs on internet. If people want to learn an instrument, it's perfect to start.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll
To have the melody. Or you
Mhm.
make plethros. You know, plethros on internet, on shorty video. It's a trend.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Plethros, a lot of things. Yeah.
That's a
Not
good
me,
idea.
because I'm too bad on guitar. But okay, I let you. Thank you, I'm a chatty boy. Thank you very much, and take care in Seattle.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Bye.